Let me ask you a question. Has anything ever happened to you that you couldn't explain? That made you feel sort of foolish when you tried to tell somebody about it? Well, if it had, you have plenty of company, as you'll soon see. Jennifer, Rose, and Mary. This could be a story about 3 dolls. It could be.
Song, did you remember about the milk?
That's Miss Boswell. Aunt Minna. Young, attractive, a trifle earthbound.
Yes, miss. Plenty milk for a young person in refrigerator.
And that Song, not quite so earthbound. But then Song was born in Peking, in China, where people have been around long enough not to disbelieve merely because they don't understand. But this didn't happen in China. It happened here in Sausalito, across the Golden Gate from San Francisco.
Well, it's a miracle we've gotten the place ready at all.
Very healthy for house to be lived in again, especially with young person.
Oh, Song, about the young person, about Anne. You understand she's had a terrible shock.
Her mother.
Yes. We'll have to help her try to forget it. We want to avoid reminding her of it unnecessarily.
Then why picture?
I don't know. My brother especially asked that it be here. Oh, I don't mean that she should forget her mother or anything like that, but...
Attitude, very sympathetic, but intelligent.
Exactly. Oh, they're here. Come on. Come on.
I'm sorry.
Song, will you help with the things?
It's a deal, Minna.
Well, where is she?
Anne? Anne, are you going to sit in there all day?
Incredible. Her eyes and her mouth is exactly
Anne?
like her...
You remember your Aunt Minna? Aren't you going to say something?
Well, of course she doesn't. She was just a baby.
Cat got your tongue?
She's just tired from the flight. Oh, Song. This is Song. He was with the other people who had the house.
How do you do, Song?
Well, Paul, come and take a look at your new home. Come on. Oh, Paul, one of the legs came off that blue wing chair, but apart from that, everything seems to have arrived all right. Well, how do you like it?
Did you get the picture?
Mm-hmm. I put it in the living room. Paul? You know, there was just enough furniture for down here. But it looks quite good, don't you think?
It'll be fine, Minna.
You know, we haven't even had a chance to clean upstairs. Paul, I suppose you thought I was crazy when I wrote suggesting a place this size. But really, at the price, it is...
It was a great buy.
It was. It was an incredible buy. And you know, you'd think that there was something wrong, but it's perfect, really. And there'll be plenty of room for all 3 of us down here. Do you like it?
What does Miss think of new house?
Who's up there?
No one. Empty looms.
No, they're not empty.
Anne, dear, come on, honey. There's so much else to see, and I've got a surprise for you.
They're not.
Anne, you hear your aunt?
Why can't you ever do anything at once when you're first told?
Paul.
Oh, I know. I'm tired.
Well, come on and let me show you what I have for you. Do you like them?
Are they for me?
Of course they are. I hope you don't think you're too old to play with dolls. All little girls should have dolls. It's very good for developing the maternal instinct. Come on, Em. Help yourself to some lemonade. Song made it with fresh lemons from the garden. Your daddy and I are going to have a little pick-me-up, too. And then I'll show you the rest of the house. Paul, I fixed up your study just like you had it in Denver. You can fiddle around with it. Oh, bourbon and water?
Yes. Anne! And you did that deliberately. You did it deliberately.
That you hurt her.
She did, I know her.
Why should she?
Because she hates her. She hates her.
How could you say such a thing in front of that child? Come on.
Oh, my God. Why did it have to be you?
And we've got to be patient with you, Daddy, the both of us. You're the one to help him through this. Because he loves you.
He doesn't love me. He only loves Mommy. He wishes I was killed in the accident and not Mommy.
Don't you ever let me hear you say a thing like that again. It's just that he's hurt now. And when people are hurt, it's much harder for them to show their love. It'll take some time for him to get around to loving you again.
No, he won't. He didn't before and he won't ever.
And, darling, you're just upset.
I guess it's like you and Uncle Jeffrey. Sometimes I wish Daddy and I could get divorced.
Hey.
Miss like new house. Real cool, eh?
Can I go up there?
Honey, that's a dead part of the house. We're not using that now.
But I want to see something.
Then we go on tour of inspection. House quite old by some standards. Built in 1890s, but has survived many decorators since. Last tenant used as one of many guest rooms.
What happened to them, son?
They decided house was uncomfortable.
That's ridiculous.
Not intelligent people. This used as master bedroom.
Yes?
And?
Someone called me. They called my name.
I never knew this was here.
Old nursery.
It's filthy. Couldn't have been used by the last people.
No, not used by people.
Aunt Minna? Can I have this for my room?
Oh, now, Anne.
Please.
You can't sleep up here all away from everyone else.
Yes, I could. I want to.
Besides, it would cost a fortune to heat. And you, when we get your room all fixed up downstairs.
It's happier here.
More coffee, Miss Boswell?
Yes, please, Tom.
Aunt Minna, why did Daddy start to work right away?
Oh, he needs to be kept busy now.
Then tomorrow will you wake me up real early before he goes?
Yes, of course, darling.
I'm supposed to kiss him goodbye.
Everybody sleep well last night?
After all the excitement yesterday, beautifully.
Perhaps somebody too excited to sleep.
Hmm?
Last night, coming home from a movie, I see light burning upstairs in old nursery.
Oh, you must have imagined it, Song. We were all in bed by 9.
Or perhaps a song imagined. Miss Not Like Flowers?
Sometimes.
But they don't talk to you, eh? Maybe because Miss Not Listen. Voices of flowers not so easy to hear as other voices.
Will you help me get the music box?
Music box?
Come on, I'll show you. In the topmost shelf.
Nothing up there, miss. Only suitcases and boxes.
Yes, in back, way in back.
Who put it there? Your things should be in your room.
Oh, it isn't mine. It's theirs, but they said I could have it.
They?
Jennifer, Rose, and Mary.
Nothing here.
Yes, way in the back.
"30 years lost. 30 years since I've seen this music box."
Thank you. Aunt Minna says it's the dead part of the house.
Anything loved is not dead.
It's nice having friends here.
All right, we'll try it once again, now. I don't care what you say, Minnie. You're going to spoil that child.
Oh, honestly, Paul, you spend one Saturday giving her a playroom, you'd think she'd asked for a moon.
She'll be sick of it in a week.
Could be. But in the meantime, you could at least act like you're interested in where she's going.
Now there's nothing.
Probably why she's been sneaking up here all the time, rebelling because she knows you don't want her to have a playroom.
That's nice, too.
It's your own fault. The child's got to assert herself somehow.
That's the screwiest darn thing I ever saw.
Can't you find the blockage?
There isn't any blockage. I put a whole new pipe through. The gas comes on in every room except this one.
I'm sure the gas is turned on down at the main.
I tried everything. Don't ask me why, but the gas just doesn't come on in here. You better get an electric heater or something. I've done all I can do.
All right, thanks anyway. Just leave the bill downstairs.
Isn't that odd?
I gotta waste $50 on an electric heater just so she can get sick of it. Boy.
Will you stop it?
Stop what?
Honestly, Paul, you become a very selfish man. What do you want her to do? Hate you so you can pity yourself even more?
Oh, don't start that.
I want to tell you something. I don't pity you. I'm envious. At least you know what it's like to be loved.
Oh, man, I don't know how to approach her. She embarrasses me.
Oh, it looks beautiful. Thank you, Aunt Minna.
Oh, don't thank me. Thank your daddy. He did it all. You know we can't get that heater to work?
I knew it wouldn't.
How?
They told me.
Who?
Jennifer, Rose, and Mary.
Who are they?
This is Jennifer, and that's Rose, And that's Mary.
You mean they talk to you?
I'm gonna go fix some lunch. Paul? Paul? I thought I heard a car.
You did.
Anne's waiting for you. Oh, please.
It's no good, Minna. I can't stand it here either.
You'll never be able to stand it anywhere until you learn to accept Janie's death, learn to live with it. Go home, Paul. Go back to Denver where you belong. It'll be so much easier for you there. Your friends are there. They'll be able to help you. Where Anne can feel a little secure.
I hate Denver. I hate everything that reminds me of her.
What about your daughter? What about Anne? I suppose it'd be easier if you could run away from her, too.
Maybe.
Well, then why don't you go on?
Oh, come on, Minna. This is none of your business.
You're going to listen to me. That child sits upstairs in that room all day long with no one to talk to but a servant. And an aunt she doesn't even know. And those dolls have become more real to her than her own father. Well, I wish she were mine. I only wish she were mine. She told me to call her just as soon as I heard the car, so she could be downstairs to kiss you home.
Anne?
Oh, Daddy.
What are you doing?
It's a dance I learned called the Charleston.
Oh, well, go on.
Oh.
I didn't know you could Charleston. Well, you'll be a smash with that when school starts.
I just learned today.
Oh, your Aunt Minna?
No, Jennifer Rose and Mary taught me. They say it's all the rage and when I get to go to dances.
Honey, there's no need for you to make up stories. I think it's swell if your Aunt Minna teaches you.
I'm not telling stories.
Okay, have it your own way.
It's true, Daddy. Jennifer Rose and Mary teach me everything.
Come on.
I won't go. I won't go to Denver. I won't ever leave them. Ever.
Anne! All right. What chapter is this in How to Raise a Child? I tell her we're going home, and look what happens.
Oh, no, Paul. Listen.
No, I'm trying to act like a father at least. And look what I get. Now, I'm telling you, this doll business is silly, and it's going to stop right now.
Now, Paul, wait a minute. Perhaps the dolls have become too real to her, but after all, whose fault is that? Let me talk to her.
Miss, be most careful. Trust Miss will not try to interfere with Jennifer Rose and Mary.
Listen, if I had my way, those dolls would have wound up in a trash can weeks ago.
Important mistake. Jennifer Rose and Mary, not dolls.
Oh, yeah. Then there's got a name for it. Something to do with fantasy taking on reality.
No. This is fantasy made up by Miss Anne to hide truth.
What?
Nursery occupied by something other than dolls.
What are you trying to say?
Previous tenants moved because of this. Sounds of children weeping most pitifully in still hours of night.
Song, are you trying to tell me that room is haunted?
Yes. Very occupied. In most friendly possible way.
Come on.
During Roaring 20s, owner of house, also father. Father of 3 little girls, and shamefully neglectful of same. Many times children left here in house alone. Alone one night sleeping in nursery.
Minna!
Oh, get out of there. Get her away.
Minna!
Something's in that room. Something touched me. Touched me, then it tried to hug me.
Are you all right?
They didn't mean to scare her.
What happened?
Oh, we can't stay in this house.
Someone tell me what happened.
Jennifer, Rose, and Mary. They're not dolls. They're not dolls.
Son, did you put that story into Anne's head?
No. Miss Anne tell me story. I listen. I've heard story many times. Same story.
All right. So 3 children died up there from escaping gas 30 years ago, but you could have heard it from one of the neighbors.
Has seen no neighbors. Did Miss Boswell teach Charleston dance to Miss Anne?
Anne! All ready to go?
Yes. Paul.
Oh, come on, Minna.
Oh, I know it's the 20th century, and I know it's impossible. But I also know something touched me.
I've had enough of this nonsense. Anne, come on down here now, dear. We're going.
Paul, you didn't let her go up there.
Why not? There's nothing up there that can hurt her.
No? Then why are you in such a hurry to get her out of the house?
Oh, I'll tell you why. She's my child, and I don't want her head stuffed full of a lot of crazy ghost talk from both of you. We're going home now, and I'll drag her out of here by the ears if I have to. She's my child, and I want her with me because I love her. I love her.
Daddy?
Come on, dear. We're going now. No more arguments.
I was just saying goodbye to Jennifer, Rose, and Mary. They said fathers are very nice people, and they thought I should go. I'm ready, if you want me.
Oh, I want you. I want you. Come on now. Get your coat.
Come on. We're going to miss the plane.
Oh, that's right. Is everything all set, Song?
All ready.
Okay.
Oh, Daddy, my music box.
Oh. Well, I'll get it, darling. Song, take these things out of the car. Thank you.
A ghost story? The overactive imagination of a small child? What about Minna? She said something touched her. No, hugged her. An affectionate ghost. More imagination? Maybe. I guess the only thing that really matters is the difference it made in Anne's life with her father. How it happened is anybody's guess. And why? We'll leave that to your imagination. In a moment, I'll be back and tell you something about next week's venture into the world of the unknown. Perhaps the most remarkable case of psychic phenomena ever recorded is the one you'll see next week. I can't describe it because the men to whom it happened could not agree as to what it was. But they never forgot it, and neither will you. Is the story you're about to see true? Well, no one really knows. No one as yet has been able to prove or disprove it. And so it remains in limbo, a part of that vast, uncharted world of psychic phenomena beyond our powers of explanation. And a lonely place with the rusty old railroad track long since abandoned, and which, as you can see, ends there. Nowhere. Or is it nowhere? Is this apparently godforsaken place perhaps not the beginning of a world that most of us don't suspect at all, or completely overlook?
Boy! You, boy!
It's her. It's her, and I'm not going to miss her this time. Callie. Callie, did you hear that?
What, Grandpa?
It's her. You hear it? Hear it? Yup, that's her. Sure enough was her this time. Yeah, we must have just missed her. Hey, boy. Hey.
Where you been, Grandpa?
Oh, out.
Silly to sit down. Hey yourself. Straw's cheaper. Copycat, you copied that from me. You didn't think by any chance it was original. What? Never mind. Eat your breakfast and shut up. Sure. Eat my breakfast. Cut that out! You said to eat my breakfast, so I'm eating my breakfast, see? I want raisins. Can't have raisins. I won't eat it without raisins. Oh, don't then. You said I didn't have to eat it. Eat it! I want raisins on it. Can't have raisins on cornflakes, stupid. Raisins go on mush. I don't care, I want raisins. You little stoop, you. Now listen, you boy, you. I told you. In the winter you have mush with raisins. Get it? I like raisins on cornflakes. Oh, how do you know? You never even had it. Oh, yes, I did. At that camp that time with Grandpa and that man. He's stopping. Mailman's stopping.
Ain't nothing but a bill.
For you, Mama.
Package from him again. Meaning some old thing we got no use for.
Open it quick, Ma. Open it. Yeah, hurry up.
What you think I'm doing? What's it for, exactly? Tell you what it's for, exactly. To get me hot and mad, I ever married him, that's what it's for. Look at that $5 price tag still on the bottom. I would a writing or a check for months.
Ma, it's mine, isn't it? Say it's mine.
What?
Look, Ma, the book. The beautiful book. Please say I can have it. You've got to, Ma. It's the only beautiful thing in 100 miles. I want it. Why can't I have it? Don't listen to that sissy thing, Ma. It's mine. I could cut it in half and make two. But I guess it's better to have one good thing than two piddling.
It's going to be another sizzler.
little boy, you. Didn't I tell you we're to have any raisins?
Oh, Kelly, why don't you tell him the truth? Ain't any raisins left.
That's not the point. He's got to learn. In the winter, you have mush with raisins. In the summer, you have cornflakes with milk.
For heaven's sakes, Callie.
Just he's got to learn. Somebody's got to teach him. Why do you got to have that old stove burning for on a hot day? I'm dying. You're goofy. You're fresh. I'm dyeing a old T-shirt for school play. It's going to be red. I don't know. Maybe when it's dry, it'll be passion red. What? Nothing, stupid. What is dye made out of, Callie? Beet juice. It is not. I ought to know. I made it. Did you really, Callie? How? Easy. Just beet juice and a pinch of salt. What's the salt for? Stupid. Anybody knows you always add a pinch of salt. Pinch! Ow! Pinch! Ah! Mama, something's got to be done about that boy.
Callie, you go get that boy and get him in here to finish his breakfast.
Yes, Ma. Who couldn't do that? You couldn't. You want to bet? Who couldn't hit a tin can? Let's see you hit that cat. Easy as pie. Sissy, you missed it. Yeah, sissy boy, petting a mangy old stray cat.
I knew somebody been feeding that mangy old stray cat.
It's nothing but canned milk and water.
Oh, Callie. You want to answer your old grandpa something?
I got time. Dishes aren't done.
Why you always making out to that little lad like you're so tough?
I am tough. I'm hard as nails. And the sooner I teach him how to be the same, the better off he'll be.
Who told you that? You don't have to answer.
Nobody told me. I got eyes. Grandpa, you're old enough to see yourself that sissy boys just got to wake up to facts. Raisins on cornflakes. You don't half know the hard facts of life.
Oh, yeah. The hard facts of life.
Go ahead. Make fun.
Callie, I gotta tell you one little thing. Dishes or no.
Go ahead.
Well, it's about this ugly old world we got ourselves into. Now, I admit that looking off from where we sit, it don't look much. It's kind of sad, even.
It's sad and terrible.
But then, if a person takes the time to look real careful and listen hard, look. Look here, cowgirl. Now, look. Pink and orange and yellow where the sun kisses it. Oh, I know that old crow got an ugly, harsh old voice. But listen. Listen now, you listen real hard. What do you hear?
Wild quail?
Sweet. Sweet, isn't it? Oh, Callie, there's plenty of beautiful things around for them as has the patience to look and listen.
Kelly, come on in and finish the dishes.
Look. You look and listen. Little Dipper. Big Dipper. See him? See him?
Where, Grandpa? Where?
Up there. They're all there. They just sort of move around, I reckon. Moving around, boy. Now, that's one of the best things in life. And you take that from a traveling man.
Boy, you gonna come in here and clean up this mess of glue and paper you made?
Sure, Ma, in a minute now. Tell about it again. You used to travel to different states and cities, big cities, like Topeka and Omaha.
Oh, sure. You mean when I was engineer of the Silver Street?
Yeah, that's when.
No. You mean when I used to take that train of mine along the tracks before they tore up all that section? Take her along 60, 70, 80, 90 miles per.
Whiz, the fastest train in the world.
Clear about. In them days, anyway.
The engineer of the Silver Street.
Yeah.
You should travel.
You know it. Beautiful things I seen, too. Lakes. Big lake water as far as I could see. And blue. Blue as the sky. Blue as Callie's bottle of poster paints.
Grandpa, you gonna keep this boy out here all night?
Just a little bitty more, Ma.
Oh, now, Nan, the boy likes to hear about the old days.
Grandpa was the engineer.
He was the engineer's brakeman, that's what he was.
Ma, why do you always have to spoil everything?
Well, he was. Anyway, what do you want to talk about all that nonsense? Oh, come on. You get to bed, boy. I cleaned up your mess for you. Now, go on, get to bed.
Grandpa, I believe you. I believe he was the engineer.
I only meant I didn't want to...
It's all right, my dear. It's all right. Your ma thinks I'm getting so old. What she don't notice is that she's getting old faster than me. She's kind of forgot how when she was just a little thing, her and her grandma used to sit up nights waiting for the old Silver Streak to go by. And how when I'd be gone for a few days, I'd toot 'em a signal. 2 long, 3 short.
2 long, 3 short.
Oh, that was the days. We used to have some good times, Callie. Your old grandpa, he lived a full life. Sometimes I almost think I had more than my share.
Grandpa, what did you ever get? Nothing, that's what. Listen, do you hear that?
Hear what?
Shh. What'd you hear, Grandpa?
Oh. Yes, silly. Sometimes, every now and then, it seems to me like I hear my dear old Silver Streak coming to get me. Toot, 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 toot. Coming to take me home.
Grandpa, you are home. Are you going somewhere?
Oh, don't you worry, boy. Your old grandpa's never going to get away from here without saying goodbye to you. And that's a promise.
See? Dry as a bone, hard as a rock. Couldn't even grow a turnip on it.
Just about the lousiest land anywhere. Still and all, I like it. That's because you've never seen any place else. Have you, Kelly? It's got nothing to do with it. In geography. Oh, what's the use of telling a dumb boy? Now, if you were Mary Agnes, well, that sure was a mean thing, her parents taking her off to live in Kansas City. I guess Mary Agnes was about the only real close friend you ever had. If Mary Agnes was here, I'd be only too happy to tell her about geography. Lovely places like Vermont or Connecticut, where green grass grows under big trees, and winds from the ocean make everything smell divinely salty. Why is salty divine? Oh, shut up.
Kelly, your grandpa, he had a stroke.
Stroke?
Kelly. Good girl, Kelly.
Grandpa, I don't want you to be sick.
Goodbye, darling.
Grandpa, wait. Wait, Grandpa. We're boys. These old raisins won't keep if someone don't eat them.
That's a brand new box, Kelly. I only bought it yesterday.
Hot weather. They don't keep.
Son, you cleaned up that sink for me real nice for a little boy. You're not such a little boy after all. You're the man of the house now. You're taking things real good.
Shut up, you. Said shut up, you mangy old cat. Think someone's gonna feed you? You better learn. Nobody keeps promises. Nobody. Nobody. If it's Grandpa's promise to me about going away and not saying goodbye. Huh. Do you think I care? Honorary old fool. What'd you have to go and die for? You're nothing but a mean old cuss. Breaking your promise. Going off like that without goodbye to boy. Don't see why you want to tell me goodbye. I told you, I'm tough and hard as nails. I can take anything. But boy, poor sissy pants boy. Don't see why you didn't tell him goodbye. You ought to know.
Don't need to go to bed so soon, boy. Maybe you'd like to go out on the porch and sit with Callie a while. Talk? Wish I'd never said that about his grandpa.
I know, Ma. Boy? Boy? Grandpa, you crazy old coot. What'd you ever know about the world and things? You had it all wrong, Grandpa. It's not true about beautiful things and happy things all around. I looked and looked, and I've listened and listened. Boy! Boy! Listen, listen! I don't hear. You've got to. Can't you hear? Listen, you little stoop. Listen. It's the silver streak. It is, Callie. It's Grandpa's train. It's taking him home. It's his signal, remember? 2 long, 3 short. Bye, Grandpa. Bye. Gosh, wasn't it super? I bet nobody would be able to believe it. We won't tell him. We won't tell anybody. They won't believe it. But who cares? We know. You and me. It's just between us. Do you mean a secret like you and Mary Agnes had? Just between friends? What else? Now that Grandpa's gone, you have to have some friend, don't you? Gosh, Callie. Thanks. I like you, too. It's nothing. Just don't let it go to your head. Now get inside there, boy, before you catch cold. Thanks, Grandpa. Thanks ever so much.
It's a well-known fact that the desert land produces all types of mirages. It is also true that sounds have been known to carry over great distances on the dry desert air. But have you ever heard of a mirage that makes a sound like that? In any event, the children will sleep well tonight. For the young, do not question that which is miraculous.